Hello. Welcome, everybody to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on VipRadioNetwork.com. Happy Hump Wednesday, everybody. It took me a hump to get here today. Trust me, I was not feeling the traffic. I was not. You know, I'm a little disappointed in the lighting in here. I'm just going to be real with you. Because I noticed, looking at myself, that I look like a light bright. So I can't see my eyes bright. You see, I can't see my eyes, and I see my nose underneath in my mouth moving.
We'll readjust, but we do have our, whoops. Oh, she was there. I thought we had our call. But anyway.
She's there?
She was there.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Everybody, if you all don't know, if you have not been checking out your Instagram, we do have the lovely Miss Brenda L. Jones that will be calling in today.
Actually, she's on.
She's there?
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, Brenda.
Hi. How are you guys doing tonight?
Getting over Hump Wednesday.
Yeah. Yep. Me too.
I'm sorry you couldn't make it in the studio.
Yeah, traffic is like really crazy from Baltimore to DC, but I'm just grateful that you guys got me on here for sure.
Awesome. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Miss Brenda L. Jones. Now,
hey guys.
So, little backstory. The way I met Brenda was on the video shoot of George Gambino's video. And she was just so nice. She just had she was just so sweet. So I was like, okay, I got to follow her. I got to follow her Instagram. And I was like, hold up. Sis is a designer.
Yep, I'm a designer. I did a favor for one of my good friends, for his video shoot or whatever. Usually I don't do those type of things, but I was like, he's a good friend, so why not?
Yeah, absolutely. So Brenda, how did you get started in the design industry?
Well, I started when I was 18. I started because I always liked really expensive clothes. And so I had asked my grandmother when I was around 18 to buy me a sewing machine. Oh. And she said, if I buy you this sewing machine, you have to learn how to sew and teach yourself. And I was like, Grandma, I'm going to teach myself how to sew. And I think within a couple of months, I was able to, make different shirts and skirts and stuff like that. And I started wearing it to the clubs and the parties, and then before you know it, to my college friends was calling me like, I need that shirt, I need those pair of pants, and it became a business, a big business actually.
That's awesome. How long have you been in the fashion industry now? How long would you say?
Well, I started at 18 and I'm 33 now, so you guys do the math. I'm getting older.
Yeah, I was going to say, you had to tell your age.
Huh?
I said, you didn't have to tell your age.
Oh, I don't mind telling my age because I feel like I look young. So,
you do.
At 33, you're pretty young,
You absolutely
at 33, you're pretty young. So, when you're 33 and you have reached certain milestones in your life and you have accomplished everything that you set out to do, it's kind of it feels good to be like, oh, I'm 33 and I have this,
I understand. Now, I did check out the fact that you were on or are going to be on My 20 Baltimore.
Yes. Yep. Monday. Well, we shoot Monday and it airs Tuesday at 10 a.m., I believe.
And what will you be discussing?
I'll be discussing my fashion show that's November the 16th, and it starts at 7 p.m., and I'm going to also discuss, what I do in the community, my next projects that I got going on as far as, my women's empowerment brunch, my book that's coming out, and I just got a lot of other things that's just in the works right now.
Okay, making so many power moves. And another question I have, and this is it's not based on fashion, but where you are in your life as a woman. How do you feel about all the accomplishments that you've made and what you have coming up currently?
I'm so happy. I mean, I'm a person that sets out a plan. So since I was about 20, I always do 5-year goals. So I do 20 to 25, and I bought my first house when I was 23, and, I started my business going hard with it. And then I bought another property when I was about 27, and so on, so forth and so on. So I'm just so proud of myself that I stuck with my goals. and stuck to the things that I wanted to do out of life. And so I'm just proud of myself. So when I look in the mirror, I just say, you know what, girl, you're doing it, and I'm proud of you, and keep pushing. So this is only the beginning. I have so much more to do. I'm so young, so by 35, I have other properties to get and more fashion business to do. I have clients in Atlanta and, LA and Baltimore too. So prom season is getting bigger. I'm just blessed.
Absolutely. And if you all have a moment, check out fashionvictuals.com. We have an article there. We have a little bio about Miss Brenda L. Jones, as well as her website, BrendaLJonesClothing.com. Her dresses are amazing.
Thank you.
They are amazing. You do phenomenal work, okay? Because I know in those
Thank
pictures, those were the dresses that you made yourself. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yes, I what was crazy is that I never went to school for sewing or anything. I went to
Are
school
you serious?
for
Nothing?
Oh no, I never went to school for it. It's really a gift from God, and I went to school for business and marketing or whatever. So, but both of those businesses and both of those things go hand in hand. But I literally make those dresses from scratch, no pattern, no nothing.
Seriously?
It's all out of from my head. Yep, it's a gift from God, honestly.
Oh my God. Because I'm looking right now at the black dress that you have on in one of your images on the website. And you made that with no pattern whatsoever. And it's just the way that the design is in the dress is perfectly symmetrical from one half to the other. Oh my God.
Yep. I'm telling you, I can literally look at something and say, okay, that's 6 inches, that's 2 inches, that's going to take 3 yards of material, it's going to have to be this length, or whatever. I can literally look at something and just measure it out by my head, and I can't even say where I got it from. It's just all practice, and it's God. Honestly, it's a gift from God.
You definitely have a gift. You have a awesome gift. Now,
thank you.
You do. And again, everybody, she is sweet as pie. When I met her and I hung out with her for a little bit, she was just so sweet, so nice, very down-to-earth woman. That's why I was like, okay, I'm intrigued by her. I need to know her story.
No, you know what? I've been raised by a great mom, and she always told me, you don't lead with your success. You lead with your heart and your soul, and everything else to follow. And so for me, when I do meet people, I don't say, oh, I'm this designer, I'm this big designer, or I do this, I have this, or whatever. I'd rather meet people with their energy and their soul. That way we connect on that level, and everything else is just an enhancement.
Okay, because honestly, when we met, I didn't know you was a designer until y'all went to your Instagram, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, I don't. Yeah, I never lead with it. I figured, if we make a natural connection, like you and I make a natural connection or whatever, everything that we do, all our talents, all our gifts or whatever, it'll meet. We just like now, we never discussed it that day, but now we're on the phone and we're both using both our talents and we're working together. So that's the blessing.
Absolutely. Now tell the audience about this fashion show you have coming up, because I think it's not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yes, it's November the 16th, and this is my 6th annual fashion show. All of my fashion shows have sold out. I'm blessed.
Amen.
The show is going to be at the Baltimore War Memorial. It starts at 7 p.m., and you can get your tickets on www.BrendaLJonesClothing.com.
That is awesome. And also tell everybody your social media handle so that they can follow you as well.
You can follow me on IG at Brenda L. Jones Clothing. You can follow me on Facebook at Brenda L. Jones Clothing. And you can find me on Twitter at Brenda L. Jones Clothing. I kind of got all the Brenda L. Jones Clothing off the social media, so I'm blessed.
Well, again...
But make sure you guys get your tickets to this fashion show because it is a sold-out event. Last year I had over 500 people. We're probably expecting at least 600 this year.
Wow.
And so I look forward to, meeting, and I do a meet and greet. I do red carpet with all of my fans and, people that follow me or whatever, not just for VIP guests, but all, the guests that buy, $40, $50 tickets and the guests that buy $70 tickets. I treat everybody the same.
That's awesome.
All right. Hello, Miss Jones. This is Brian, the producer of the show.
Hi, Brian. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing.
Main question is about the fashion show. Since this is now your sixth one, what motivates you to keep changing it up every year?
Okay, so as far as my line, I kind of base my line on the woman that I'm becoming.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
That's awesome.
So every year I feel like as a woman I change. I just went through like a breakup 2 years ago, and so like I use every experience in my life to put it into like my line or whatever. So every year I'm a different woman, and I'm evolving, and I'm becoming more and more each day and more each year. So I just throw it into my collection. So this collection this year is about being expressive with who you are, living and enjoying your life and being peaceful and color and just living out loud. So a lot of the things that you're going to see this year in my fashion show is really risque and, you know, see-through and sequence and, you know, things like that or whatever, because this year I really just lived my life to the fullest.
So did you create your carnival outfit as well?
That carnival outfit was
with
amazing.
My good friends, well, of course, you know, all designers really know each other. And my good friend, Stefan, he does carnival outfits. So when you are a part of a carnival, you have to go with certain designers or whatever. So Stefan is a designer for the one band, the One Island Band. And so I went with Stefan, and he's very talented. He does carnival wear.
I see.
Okay. Well, Brenda, before we go, give us 5 things that you want to tell an up-and-coming entrepreneur like yourself who is on the rise, maybe in the fashion industry or maybe just trying to get their business out there.
5 things. I would say the first thing is to be patient and, you know that everything that you do in life is about timing, right? Mm-hmm. I would say the second thing is consistency. Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't quit. Remember, the things that separate an average person from a person that wants more out of life is when they hit a wall, they find a way to get around it, right? Wow. I would say the third one would be learn your craft. Work on your craft. Study your craft. Get with people that actually are doing your craft or whatever, because you can learn from each other, but never get comfortable with who you are at that moment. Keep becoming. I would say the fourth thing is get a business mentor. I've had a business mentor over 15 years, a person that makes more than me. He's a millionaire, and he's been doing business for years to come. He's older than I, and he walks me through the process. So when I have a question about what should I do with my money, how should I invest it, he's the person that I call, right? Mm-hmm. Fifth, when you get to a certain level in your life, don't forget to pull people up with you. It's very important to, when you learn different things or whatever, not always charge people for information, but get somebody underneath your wing and pull them up, because when you put good energy into the universe, it always comes back to you.
Amen.
That would be my 5 things.
Brenda, it was a pleasure talking to you today. And I think that you've inspired a lot of women out here just with the 5 things and just with your story. And I feel enthused now a little bit as well.
Listen, you got to be motivated. Be motivated about your life, because you only live once or whatever. Absolutely. And you only die. You live every day, but you only die once. And what I mean by that is that live your life to your fullest. Everything you want to do out of life, go get it. Don't say, "Oh, I'm going to do it next year," or put it on hold or whatever. Do it. And you'll see, if you start today, by 5 years to 6 years from now, you're going to be exactly where you want to be. And listen, I do a women's empowerment brunch, so that's coming up. So please stick to or look at my social media for dates. And I am having a sewing seminar for, young up and coming entrepreneurs, designers that want to sew. So look out for that too.
Awesome. I follow you on IG, so I will definitely look out for that. And I will audience, I will definitely give you the dates as soon as she has them up.
Yes,
lady,
because I just want to inspire women to be everything,
You are, and honestly, just the way you are on your own Instagram page and in person, like, you're inspiration, a walking inspiration.
Oh, thank you so much. You're going to make me cry. I appreciate you so much.
No, she's such a sweetie pie. Brenda, you are amazing. I'm so glad you were able to call in today. So thank you, Miss Brenda L. Jones. And everybody make sure you check her out on IG at Brenda L. Jones Clothing and her website, BrendaLJonesClothing.com. And make sure that you go to her Instagram and you buy tickets to that fashion show November 16th. It starts at 8 p.m. Am I? 7? Sorry. I'm sorry, Brian. Thank you.
Yep.
You know my eyes are bad. 7 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Again, she said it sells fast. She had 500 people last year. She is expecting more this year, so make sure you get your tickets ASAP. Thank you, darling.
I appreciate you guys. You guys have a wonderful night, and call me anytime to be on a show. It's a delight.
Thank you so much. Will do. Take care.
You too.
All right, everybody. He said, well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to jump right into Fashion Victual News right here on Fashion Victuals Radio, RipRadioNetwork.com.
I felt that bass in my soul. She said, "Darling, you the man." And I'm that, she that, we that, together forever. I beat that. She looked me right in my eyes and called me daddy. She called me daddy. G-spot, water, gon' drop, yo hot, don't stop, I eat the vibes. She call me daddy. She call me daddy.
Take a seat, rest a little. Don't you understand that I am here to serve you, here to love you, here to please you. Only one thing that I ask from you, be true. Not ready for no heart cry. Not ready for no mistake. My heart is fragile. Don't wanna go cold. Need you so. Don't you ever, ever let me go. Oh no. I'm around shutting door. Where you go, I follow. Truly on loyalty for sure. Make sure I'm moving.
She that, we that, together forever. I beat that. She looked me right in my eyes and called me daddy. She called me daddy. And the next slap, G-spot, water, gon' drop, yo hot, don't stop, I eat the vibes. She called me daddy. She called me daddy. I'm her D-A-D-D-Y. I'm that guy, sucking on her neck like I was a vampire. Then it's on to the next spot. I'ma hit that G-spot, make it climax, take it higher than the treetop. She had, he had, what that mean? We had your body on my body, baby. Now let that freak out. Surfing in your water, and I almost got wiped out. That catch that nigga, baby. Come see what that pie about. Floyd Mayweather, third round, I'ma knock your lights out. Put your legs behind your head, and I'ma eat that box out. Till you cream, till you scream and scream. Call me daddy, bad like Billie Jean. It's just a milli thing. She say you killing me.
You know that I'm yours for sure. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I got a plan for you. You know that I'm yours for sure. You know that I'm yours for sure. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I got a plan for you.
Welcome back to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on RipRadioNetwork.com. We're going to jump right into Fashion Victuals news. But before we do, shout out to Doriel. He could not make it in today. Unfortunately, he had missed his flight. And I know it's hard for him to get back and forth here from the ATL. So shout out to him. I'm really sorry he couldn't make the show today. And everybody know AD still on a sabbatical. So shout out to my boy AD. He know I miss him. That's my boo. He know I miss him. So, right. Let's jump right into Fashion Victual News. Let's do this.
Okay. Fashion Victual News. Get like some mood music here.
Mood music.
some mood music. And anyway, sadly, we just got to start off with some very crazy, tragic news. All right.
Uh-oh.
So, as you all know, during the Halloween, after the tragic ordeal that happened at the Airbnb house in Orinda, California, that left 5 people dead.
You said left 5 people dead.
5 people were killed at an Airbnb house. So the CEO, Brian Chesky, has made an announcement over the weekend that Airbnb will no longer have a party house feature on the website. Chesky continued on his Twitter stating this: "We must do better, and we will. This is unacceptable. Changes will be made and announced in a few weeks. As for the house itself, where the party was held, it has been removed from the listing on the site. The owner of the home stated to the San Francisco Chronicle that the person who rented her place claimed that she was having a quote-unquote family reunion for 12, but approximately 100 people showed up to the property on Halloween night.
Wow.
The Orinda city officials will also look into handling party house rentals, because this has been known it's been a known problem due to excessive noise complaints in the area. So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
I feel like people are starting to ruin the experience of using Airbnb.
I mean, let's say this: like the last few years, Airbnb it's either caters, something like this.
Yeah.
You have this. This is like majorly tragic.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just to let you all know, the person is still at large. So
what?
Yeah, they haven't caught him yet. So they're still looking for him. But there's been some unusual situations because of course you had like the tenants. There's some racial tensions between the tenant and the owner and things of that nature. And of course, something now this. I mean, it's been kind of a lot of up, down, left, and right type of things with Airbnb, which I believe, and I'm kind of glad that Brian Chesky is taking the initiative to say, hey, we got to do better, because it's hurting his reputation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, all right, here's the top story.
Unfortunate.
This is, you're going to love top story.
This is a top story?
This is a top story. Last week, the New York City Council has approved in a whopping fashion of a 42-6 vote to discontinue the selling and distribution of this known treat, foie gras. All restaurants and vendors will be ordered not to sell this French delicacy beginning in 2022. Council Speaker and surprisingly, Council Speaker and soon to be running for mayor Corey Johnson stated this: "This is a historic day for animals at the New York City Council." Violators of this will pay a fine between $500 and $2,000 if found selling the product.
If they found selling foie gras in their restaurant, it's their restaurant.
Again, give it until 2022. The bill was backed by a lot of animal rights activists, but a coalition of duck and geese farmers are planning to fight the newly passed bill because they have calculated that 400 jobs and millions of dollars in annual revenue will be lost.
It's like duck pate.
Yes, this.
No,
I mean, let's put it this way. I've watched a lot of Food Network.
I'm a
One of
foodie,
my favorite
period.
shows. One of my favorite shows of all time is Iron Chef Japan. Mind you, there's Iron Chef
Yeah,
America.
I like Iron Chef
The original
Japan.
Iron Chef is
Yeah,
Japan.
but they only play at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
So, and on the cooking channel. But
Right.
I was known about foie gras on that show, and seeing it on Iron Chef America, seeing it on other.
It's not really a American delicacy.
It's not. I understand.
And
but-
it looked like dog and cat food.
True. But my main complaint about this whole thing, and if anyone wants to know, this is what foie gras looks like. It looks better cooked, than
It does look better cooked
Yeah.
than it coming out of the
Right.
container. and
right.
it's
So,
nasty.
but it's better known. It's quote unquote known fatty liver. That's what they call it. And I've seen pictures of the quote unquote process of how they come by and why people are complaining about it. But thing is like, well, the French has been doing this for so long. French has no problem with it. So we bring it over here. We've had it for so long, and quote unquote now New York has a problem with it. And you got, like you said, there's a lot of French restaurants in New York City who are going to complain hugely on this.
Of course.
And
Absolutely.
And I just feel like this is you're hurting. I mean, you're really hurting a business. I mean, let's be honest.
But I mean, how many people? I know. Okay, so shade no shade. Being that this is more of a French delicacy, I could see more French restaurants having this than the average American restaurant, and I don't see too many people like posting up. Oh, I had this nice, delicious foie gras today at this such and such restaurant. And I follow a lot of chefs.
But if they've never had it before, I mean, let's be honest. It's like if you've seen it on, like I said, if you've seen it on like any cooking show, and you figured it's like, oh, it would be interesting to try it. I would be interested to try it, especially cooked. So it would be nice to see it and see how it tastes and enjoy and all that stuff. But my main complaint is, of course, is like, how is it that just like last week when we mentioned about Macy's and the fur, it is like, how is it you have?
I need details on that. I'm sorry.
How is it just like, okay, you have all these activists coming out of nowhere complaining the fact about some animal rights, and it's just like, okay, hold on a second.
It's like, where the hell they been?
Yeah, and you and all of a sudden it's like we have to change everything to cater to animal activists. I mean, and
they trying to make the world vegan.
I don't understand that. So, but
I know one thing. I ain't giving up my mink.
Well, don't go to New York.
And I don't really eat duck or geese like that. I do eat duck like when it's braised and somebody can cook it really good. I can eat braised duck, but I don't do no geese and no foie gras either. That shit looks like my dog's food, and she probably won't even eat it.
But anyway, well, going back to fashion, and of course, thanks again to Miss Brenda L. Jones.
Shout out to Brenda L. Jones.
But we have another person who's pretty much going out of business for no reason. Or
Who's going out of business?
Zac Posen.
Should.
Last Friday, the former Project Runway judge informed his crew that he was shutting down operations. Now, this is surprising.
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
Well, let's put it this way. This announcement came a month after he had his show at New York Fashion Week. So where none of the clothing.
Hold up.
What? That's Naomi Campbell. Yeah.
That's who that is. She know what she on the right.
On the right, I don't know who that was. I think
she was on the Food Network.
Oh. Who?
She's one of the judges on the Food Network.
Oh, the British chick.
Yes.
Oh, her. Okay, I get you. Okay.
I don't know her name, but you know who I am.
I know who you're talking about. So, anyone watching those cake shows, yeah, that's what we were talking about, the British chick.
Yes.
But anyway, so yeah, he mentioned the fact that right after he told the announcement, right after his show at New York Fashion Week, all the clothes that he displayed at New York Fashion Week will not be sold. But
I wouldn't sell it either.
But he did inform consumers via Twitter that his handbag collections will be still up for pre-sale. But Zac Posen website has been shut down and rerouted. Posen stated in a Vogue issue this. The reason why he's leaving, I need to reflect and regroup, and also to look at the world we're living in, and figure what the next move is, where I can share my creativity and my love and build another community.
He burnt out.
Pretty much. And
he burnt out.
Yeah. Posen, being better known as the Boy Wonder, began in 2001 at the age of 21 and has made elaborate gowns for many stars.
He has.
But we'll see if he do.
His numbers ain't that.
But somehow, through this whole pit, you have some issues with him. Why?
I don't have issues. I've seen designers come and go in this industry, and he's one of them. Honestly, like, his stuff does not amaze me. It's not like, it doesn't give me that wow factor at all.
So like the purple dress
that's pretty.
Let's see. Well,
I've
Rihanna's, it's half. You can't fully see it. But what about the one in the middle?
No, I don't like that.
Ooh,
I look like I'm in the 18th century.
Oh, isn't that part of the like a vision?
That is very vintage. But that's probably his problem now, and that's probably, honestly, I don't see a lot of people like catering to Zac Posen outside of maybe getting a gown for a gala event or something like that, or the Emmys or the Grammys. Like, I don't go in Neiman Marcus and see, oh, this is a really cute Zac Posen bag that I want, or, oh, this is some really cute Zac Posen shoes. No, I ain't doing that. He doesn't cater to the average consumer, so his sales are not as lucrative as some of these other designers. So that's how I see it. I mean, sorry to say, but it's a failed business right now. And now he's burnt out. And again, he started really young. He started at 21. Now it's time for him to reflect and regroup and think about the world that we live in. Think about these nuts.
Damn. Okay. All right. Lastly, a few weeks ago, for the first time in 32 years, an American cheese was awarded the Guild of Fine Foods Award for Best Cheese. Needing a tie-breaking decision from the chairman of the judges, Rogue Creamery out of Southern Oregon took home the top prize by creating a blue cheese made from organic cow's milk, beating out a 24-month age Parmigiano Reggiano out of Italy. In third place was a raw used milk
was funky cheese. As hell.
Yeah, a raw used milk from Spain was third place. The event had a record of over 3,800 cheeses from 42 countries, and next year's event will be taking place in Oviedo, Spain, in November next year. What? You sound grumpy. Why? What's wrong? You don't like blue cheese?
How old was that used cheese from Spain?
The one that won?
It came in third place.
Oh, the one in third place. It's called raw used milk cheese. That's the milk that they use. Used milk. I don't know what. Well,
and I love cheese. I do. I love cheese. And the more I think about what's in it, I think I might have to fall back a little bit. Oh my God.
So I force you to become vegan now?
No, I ain't say all that now.
So
I've seen what the health, and I still enjoy.
Oh, it's a sheep. So pretty much it's sheep milk.
Oh.
So,
okay.
So I mean, it's like they call it used, but you know.
But it came from a sheep.
Yeah, it came from a sheep milk. So, but it's nice to for the first time in 32 years, and this award, an American finally wins it. So
I know, that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
32 years.
32 years.
That's crazy.
So, but hey, it takes a place in Oregon to do it too, of all places. Oregon.
I know. They ain't got nothing else to do out there.
Pretty much. But anyway, that's Fast Fictional News.
All right. Thank you, Brian. And we're going to take a quick break and come back right here on Fashion Victuals Radio, ripradionetwork.com. Welcome back, everybody, to Fashion Victuals Radio right here on ripradionetwork.com. So, last little rant for my evening. And it's not honestly a rant. It's just one of these things that I've come across lately with a lot of friends and family members who are either dating, married, in a relationship, or, you know, out there seeking love and trying to figure things out.
Looking for love in all the wrong
You know, I
places.
have a nice group of male friends, and I have a nice group of female friends. So I hear both ends of the spectrum, you know. And honestly, I think that with certain women, and I love women, you know, more power to y'all, but some of y'all are batshit. Y'all wear your heart on your sleeve a lot, and which causes some tension in the household or in a relationship where you lash out abruptly because you feel like you can't get your way.
Okay.
So when it comes to men, they don't quite lash out. Some men kind of shut down. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen men shut down
because we don't want to get in trouble. Trouble by the police, because I mean, we know full well that whenever we get into an argument with y'all, and it gets to the point where it's like, look, I don't want to kick your ass, so that way I can go to jail. So, and my point is not coming across the way it should be.
But with women, and I think that sometimes we have a problem retracting not retracting, but like backtracking what we've done. And we don't know how to apologize.
Yes, a lot of women.
I can apologize.
Yes,
if I'm wrong, I'll apologize.
Yeah, most women have a problem of acceptability, credibility, and responsibility, any of the abilities. I mean, it's because of the fact, especially when they're having this heated argument with, you know, their
But why does it have to be an argument though?
Because
I think that at a certain age level,
because it's not about. I don't think it's about age level. I really don't. I really think it's about.
You're right about that, because I've seen some women old and still batshit,
right.
and I'm just like, you're way too old to be acting like that.
It's pretty much about who, at what point in time, they want to be right at this moment in time. That's all it's about. And when it comes to certain issues or problems that sparked this argument, you know, and for some odd reason, the you know, throughout the entire time frame, a woman will not have you know, they somehow pull out their Rolodex of all this bullshit they keep throwing out, and the guy is like, oh, hey, it's a surprise to the fact that it's like, hey, why do you keep bringing this up and this up and this up?
I agree.
I never understood that. And it's like, it take you this moment in time to finally say, hey, you did this and this, and it's like, woman, that was 5 months ago or 6 months ago. Why do you keep bringing this up for?
I totally agree. What women have a problem with is trying to figure out how to forgive and not forget. So my thing is, if you did something 5-6 months ago, we handled it 5-6 months ago when it happened, right or wrong?
It should have been handled.
It should have been handled. So that means that we forgave you. If you're still around, that means we forgave you for whatever happened 5-6 months ago.
Let's put this in political terms. We had a truce. We thought, you know, the guy thought we handled it, but somehow you still hold a grudge, and we don't know about it.
No,
we don't. We figured it's like everything's fine. We moved on, but then again, you get to the point where it's like, okay, that's why you bring it back up. And it's kind of like, I thought this was handled.
It must be a trigger point within that discussion that piece 5-6 months ago was brought back up. That's how I feel. Because honestly, I hate arguing. I swear I hate arguing. I hate raising my voice. I feel like I'm an adult and I'm going to talk to you as an adult. Because I don't feel like I have to raise my voice at anybody. I don't even raise my voice at my nephew, and he's 4. But I do tell him he's
sometimes
testing.
a 4-year-old needs to know what's going on.
Yeah, when I tell him he's testing my gangster, that's when he knows something's going on, period. But I should not have to sit in the house with a grown man or in a relationship with a grown man, and I have to yell at him and scold him. My thing is, I think that 2 adults can come to an agreement, whether they agree to disagree, but without the yelling and without the, you know, because honestly, to me, yelling is more scars. it's kind of scarring because now you always know that moment where they're yelling and they're pointing and they're cussing you out and this, that, and the third. And with men, y'all ain't off the hook.
Oh, we're not?
No. Men have a problem communicating.
Bullshit.
Bullshit, nothing.
No.
Men do have a problem communicating.
No, the problem, we don't have, okay, with 5 minutes left, I'll say this.
Don't take my 5 minutes, Brian. Don't you take all my 5 minutes.
It's stalling tactic. No, because of the fact it's like, look, we have no problems communicating. It's the fact that it's like communication is supposed to be back and forth. When we say something, next thing you know, we get a freaking bulldozer of whatever stuff that's coming out of you, and we're
How y'all saying it though?
That's all you're
what you do is how you do it.
You're more worried about how it was said or how it was taken and things like that instead of just talking it out.
Look, let me tell you something.
That's why guys shut down. It's like, look, I try to say my piece in a peaceful manner.
You know what? This is my thing. We need to have a moment where there is a safe place or a safe space for both parties can come together in that safe space and be smoking weed. That's not a safe space. Only for one person. But for both people to come together in that safe space and bring down their walls and their grudge and just talk it out and hash it out.
Here's the other thing. This is what women somehow I don't know why. I really think this is a strategic thing. You guys spark an argument at the wrongest time. And it's either think about it. Either it is during a time when they're not doing, the guy is just relaxing or trying to relax. Yep. Either the guy is just coming home from work,
or better
yet, as they're about to leave work. I just recently went through this with my roommate because she had an issue for me I had to do something for my family and had an issue with. I literally was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And you just like, "Look, I can't help you right now," and you're upset with that. Makes no sense.
Look
at what?
Safe space. And honestly, that should be the key to things because when it comes to that boiling point between two parties, you got to be like, time out, flag on the play.
That's why guys leave.
Let's retract this and go to a safe space.
That's why
that
guys
we can
leave.
Actually talk to each other like human beings.
That's why.
What you trying to say, Brian?
Yeah, so I'm saying that's why the guys leave.
Leave for what? What is the purpose of leaving?
No, we leave because we know full well that it's escalating. It's gotten to a point where it's like no one's listening. So surprisingly enough, you don't realize that the smartest person in the room is the guy.
Oh.
And literally it's like, because of the fact, it's like, look, if he knows full well that this argument or discussion is not going anywhere, he will leave, take a minute, so that way when you calm down, I calm down, and then we'll come back into this quote-unquote safe space that you're trying to create. That way we can have a nice civil discussion. Now, if you can't handle that because of the guy left, and he's like, why are you leaving? And you're chasing him all over the damn place. We only got 1 minute left because of the fact that we can't deal with that bullshit right now in our state of mind.
First of all, if you step out that door, you ain't got to come back.
Then that's your issue.
That ain't my issue. That's not an issue.
You know what? Speaking of issues,
we communicate, but women don't want to believe us at our word.
We should bring this back up again because and we have.
You sound like her husband.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Fashion Victuals Radio. We will discuss this maybe at a later date, maybe part 2 next week. We'll see because this is going to be interesting.
Actually, it is the return of International Music Night. So we're playing some good J-pop. I'm a fan of J-pop, so you'll love that.
I know.
Secondly, we're bringing a cosplayer on. So
we
talk about some high fashion cosplaying, and she's well known. Trust me, you'll love her because she's very well known in the conventions and things like that, and you're gonna love her.
Awesome. All right, everybody, tune in next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And enjoy your hump day. Peace.